Hey peeps, it's Melissa. It's day 7 of Vlogmas and my Advent devotional. I'm currently in my dining room because my lighting is just a little weird in my office today. So the scripture for today is Matthew 1:18 through 25, and it's talking about right before Jesus is born. Joseph is like, I don't know what's going on. I don't want to be a part of this. I'm just gonna leave. And then he has a dream and it explains like, oh, like this is what's going to happen. So he decides to stay. But the devotional kind of talks about like, what if he had left? It's funny that I was reading this morning because I was having a conversation last night with one of my friends that's about to move next month. And, they're like, I, haven't had any desire to like meet new people or explore. And what a crappy place to be. Like, I'm supposed to be living in today. But yeah, I'm like closing myself off to, all of those opportunities that I could have between now and January. During that conversation, I kind of realized like, oh, I've been doing that for the past 2 years in Charleston. So I'll just kind of explain really quickly to you guys that I didn't want to move home when I graduated college. I went to college just south of Charlotte, and a little bit over a year after I graduated, I moved back to Charlotte. I was only there for 4 months, and I just knew that I needed to come home. So I was fine for about a year, and then 2 Decembers ago, I go to San Diego with work, and the following December, I go to LA with Steven, and I love it. I was kind of like, God, just move me. Like, please, like, move me. I'm done. I'm over this. Like, time for the next thing. Like, can we have a scene change, please? It's been 2 years. So I have that conversation last night, and I'm like, well, that sucks. I've been really closed off in Charleston. So I read this devotional this morning, and it's like, just imagine if Joseph had left. Like, what if he had left? What would he have missed out on? Like he just needed to stay in the situation that he was given to experience just awesomeness. And then I go to church this morning, and the pastor is pretty much talking about the same thing. He asked the question, where do you need to stay to experience the extraordinary? And he followed that up later with, it requires more faith to stay than to move and to force the extraordinary to happen. And I think that's what I did with Charlotte. I really kind of forced Charlotte to happen, and I ended up having to come home 4 months later. So I've learned that lesson. So when it comes to California, I'm not trying to force it to happen. So it's like, God, I know that only you can make this happen. I really don't want to like try and force this. But it's pretty much like all I've been asking him for. It's just like, okay, I'm done here. Why am I here? Please move me. I just think that last night and today it's kind of like, hey Melissa, stop asking me to move you. I will move you when I'm ready to move you, and you need to be okay with today and where you are today. So that's just something that I haven't shared on my channel yet. And if California happens, then it happens. I think what I'm learning is this is the season that I'm in, and I don't need to be afraid of planting roots, because I'm starting to realize that, yeah, it might be hard to like pull up your roots to move somewhere else, but it's kind of harder to live in a place for a while and never have any roots. So as of today, I am going to try my best to make the most of this city that I'm in, that I've been in, that I've grown up in. So I'll just leave you with this question. Where do you need to stay to experience the extraordinary in your life? I've kind of learned that the past 24 hours. So I love you guys. I will see you tomorrow. Bye.